Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Shadow and Sun. Tonight we have another review for you.
Today we're talking about a thing. Okay, I'm going to attempt to not speak in that way. Today, we're talking about a product called Snap Ships. It's cool.
Very cool.
I'll explain a few things about it. There are, I assume I should start now. Okay, there are quite a few uses that we have discovered for this. The main one being for
Building spaceships.
miniature terrain thing.
Well, building spaceships. We'll go with this.
That's the main point, but
Yeah.
the reason why we're reviewing it, because that doesn't really suit our channel, but the reason why we're reviewing it,
We found another use besides just building spaceships, is what he's trying to say. The spaceships that you can build are epic. Let's start with that. Let's start with that. I forget which one this one is.
I don't remember, but it's...
Is it the Scorpion?
I don't remember.
That's that box right
Yeah,
there.
it's the medium-sized box. It's actually the only one that I built from the set.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's definitely good, but it is technically, let me try to speak better. It is my favorite of the ships I've made, but that is just because I think it has the best pieces.
Yeah. It looks...
But I think that if I were to take these pieces and make something completely different out of them, I would be able to make something I like probably better. And, okay. Yeah, there's instructions.
The instruction book allows you to build 3 different of their builds.
It's basically like Legos, but
Yeah,
it has
it's
more complicated.
It's very much like Legos. You want to show them as I show them the parts and how you build things.
Do I just build something?
Yeah, yes. Well, you build.
These are pieces from different sets. Just I'll make something.
They come with a pry tool so that you can
Yeah.
take the things apart because unlike Legos, these really hold together very, very nicely. So if you're to build something and put it on the table and your friends want to, examine it, it's not going to fall apart if they turn it upside down. They're really sturdy. They really stick together with these.
I mean, if you drop it from the table, it's probably going to break.
These are your main blocks that everything attaches to, and they've got a rubber sort of contraption
Not
inside.
Rubber, but
It's
actually, never mind. I think it is rubber.
so that
The
the
hard
parts
rubber.
when they go in they really stick, and these look like they're gonna last quite a while. Why don't you show them how to build something real quick?
So you take a piece and you take another piece, and you combine them. You combine them like this. Okay. It's not that difficult to make a thing, but you can make a thing.
Push it in all the way.
Actually, wait.
You want to kind of hear it like a click or a snap, right?
I think so. Also, technically there were supposed to be wings here, but I have removed some pieces that weren't essential to,
That build.
yeah, so that I can make other things.
There's actually 10 different. Actually, they came out with some new sets I discovered today, but in the basic set, there are 10 different individual sets, each of which can build 3 different ships by their instructions. This set here, which we have over here, actually comes with one of each of the good guys and the bad guys' ships. There are 2 land-based vehicles.
I don't have this one, so we don't know.
Yeah, we're pretty sure that's a land-based vehicle, but it might not be. But they did come out with 6 new mini sets that you combine together to make another ship. We just discovered that this morning. The instructions are very concise, very simple to understand.
Basically like Legos.
It's like were made by the same company as Legos, but they're not. They're actually made by Play Monster. I believe that's the company that makes these. They're available on eBay and Amazon and their own website. Their website's obviously more expensive. And one of the good things about this product is the affordability. They're about $10 to
But some
15
of them are a lot more expensive.
to between $10 and $15 for your basic ships. The 2 larger ships or 3 larger ships, I think, are in the $30 to $40 range. That's these 2, and I don't know about that one, but we have that one already. But these 2 right here are about $40 each. Show them what you built.
I built a ship.
Show them how the wings can move and they're adjustable. The guns can move. Do you have the bullets? Let's show them the
I don't know where an actual gun is.
There's none on this?
There might be, but I did make something a while ago that does have them.
Oh, really? All in all, this is a very cool product. Yes, there are a lot of other people out there with videos, showing the same product. But when he gets back, we're going to go into why we found them so interesting. Not just to build ships, which, who's not a fan of building your own starship? You could definitely take these parts and use them for, kit bashing, taking off some of the guns or the wings and adding them to other models and things that you built. They do have these sort of snap fire guns that you can actually shoot at one another, and I think that's a real popular selling point for a lot of kids. I've seen them shooting each other with them, and it's not something that you could, maybe if you shot it into somebody's mouth, they may choke a little bit on it, but as you can see, as he fires them at the camera.
I don't know how you... Oh, yeah, that's very much...
They're not working?
Yeah, I think there might be a different version that works, or maybe it's just... Oh, no, I remember there was one that didn't work. I forgot, and that's the ones I used. Well, I have seen them work before.
You don't have anything on here that has them?
I don't know. I don't remember. Should I go look for them?
If you could make it quick.
Okay, Okay. I'm gonna go do that. Are you gonna...
Yeah, I'm going to keep talking, yeah.
Okay.
Again, like I was saying, the instructions are, pretty easy to understand. They tell you which pieces you're going to need for this step and which pieces you're going to need for that step. And each book does, in fact, have 3 different instruction chapters for each build. And there you go. They show you what the end product will look like. Another neat feature of this whole line, I don't know if you noticed, the base is actually the lid for a ship. And on this one, it actually has a base that will hold both ships when you build them, so that when you're done, you set them up and put them on your desk or your computer table.
Okay, I've tested it. This thing does work.
Okay, let's show them the missiles. And then
Unless I could, like, actually... Well, I assume that's what it's supposed to do.
Do it again so they get a good shot at it.
Huh. I'm gonna...
Just pick up one off the table. You can pick those up later.
I'm gonna pretend that wasn't intentional.
It really wasn't.
Oh, what? Oh, I think I know the issue. Well...
That's not what you were trying to do?
Yeah, but I think I know the issue, actually. Because I did test them, they did work. Well, that's kind of strange that they didn't, but...
See if I can figure this out. I haven't really played with these much, except in something I'll show you guys. Yeah, I got them to work.
Oh, well, I was going to use the green ones.
Just watch. It's pretty easy. Just pop them into the click. Yeah, I'll pick those up later. You gotta lift up the and you hear the click,
Okay.
and now you push down.
You know, I don't know why it doesn't work for me.
I think they need to be up, and then down, and then. I don't know either. Well, let's move on.
Yeah, they do work sometimes. Do we move on to the thing we made?
Yes.
This is the thing we made.
We play a lot of miniature games and war games, and And we've made it with some Dungeons and Lasers pieces, a little hanger here to show off how you could use these ships in wargaming and role-playing as basically terrain or objectives. You need to get to the ship and get inside the ship, or you need to defend the ship, or maybe they're just, things to hide behind as you're shooting at the bad guys or your enemies or what have you. They aren't exactly scaled for 28 millimeter miniatures,
Yeah.
but as you see, like here and here, they look like they could be. You really can't tell that they're not. They do have cockpits where they do have little figures that fit inside, which are, I'm guessing, about 20 millimeter scale.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe 15, but probably 20 millimeter scale. But as you see, you put a miniature near it, and it really doesn't look out of place. It looks like it's the right scale. You could also use these in games like Traveler or Battlefleet Gothic, where you actually build smaller scale ships, like this ship he built here.
I mean, technically, it is actually.
It could fit in. You could use it as a cargo ship or something that you're defending.
Oh, it worked.
You could use them in a lot of different scaled starship games. You could use them when you're playing Traveler and you need representations of your ships if you don't have the
Like you can make it technically like a really big capital ship.
right, or you could make it, that's the character ship that they're on, and they're being chased by these guys, or they're fighting these guys, and you want something that's more representative of the ships that they're on board, and you want a smaller scale to show the ranges and who can fire at who and those sort of things. For us, mostly, we don't play a lot of Starship Combat games yet.
Yeah.
But we do play a lot of games where you would need miniatures that are in a sci-fi setting, and they either need ships to hide behind as just other pieces of terrain, or they're actually, like I said, they're objectives, or they're trying to get to the ships to escape the situation that they're in. Another thing,
There is a tank.
yes, this is how does that go, like this?
Yeah, so like one goes on top.
This was a neat set that he got, where it's actually a land vehicle. It also has some other wheels, and you could easily, if you're playing like Warhammer or something like that, where you don't want to actually spend the money for the vehicles, you could probably build a lot of different land vehicles. Easily it fits into the scale. They could be assaulting it. It could be attacking them. It could even be like we were talking about earlier, like some sort of killer robot.
Or, I mean, technically, if you're playing in a certain situation, because it's a land vehicle, it could technically, I mean, even like this thing, it could just be, it just moves really fast. You can technically have this as just like an enemy, because it's on the ground. So you're not really going to have, I mean, yeah, you would have a difficulty killing it, but you're not going to have a difficulty hitting it.
Right, that's a good point.
Because it's a land vehicle. And like even this, that is like a transport ship, you can technically, like if you're in a sci-fi scenario, you can have it like fly in and then
Drop off the enemies, and you have to deal with that situation, or maybe you need to get on board that ship to get out of the situation.
yeah, I mean this technically, even though it is a transport, it can't really fit anyone, but
You can drop off the robots or something like that.
yeah.
Like in that one movie where the robots are all compacted. Which Star Wars movie was that? Clone Wars.
I think all the prequels.
Where the robots are compacted into small spaces. They don't need to stand up until they're actually in combat, and you can just drop off lots of robots. But that's it for us tonight. We just wanted to show you our take on this really neat product.
That works for, I just realized I put this on.
It has a lot of uses besides just the enjoyment of putting together your own starships and maybe taking, cool photographs of them. We'll actually use these in games instead of trying to build, especially trying to scratch build. If you needed to scratch build a starship with plastic or cardboard or foam
Yeah,
core or
because I'm not
whatever,
planning to do that, and I know
it's
I can't
very
use these.
difficult. Wylock has done several videos on it, and he was great about it. But that guy can cut a straight edge blindfolded, and we're still learning the ropes on that. So just being able to put together a starship, you know, the way you want in less than 5 minutes and you're done, that will last forever and you don't have to worry about water or damage. If these things get wet, it's not going to be a problem. You build something out of foam core or wood or even balsa wood or cardboard, it's not going to weather the effects of water and time. These things will last 20 years from now. This little guy will still have these. Hopefully him and his son will be playing with them 20 years from now. Or his daughter. He can have both. I'm okay with that. Either way, these things are going to stand the test of time like Legos. He's got Legos that were in my collection 40 years ago. And these will definitely be around for a long time. And if they keep building them and keep making more sets, you know, we'll be buying them.
Yeah, and as I said before, there are definitely more uses than just
What
like
we've gone over?
toys.
Yeah.
Like as we presented here, which is why we did this, it was to show that you can technically have this as more than just like a toy. You can use these as
Game pieces, scenery.
yeah, and even enemies, or I mean, technically you can actually get in one of the vehicles, like the tank thing, and it can basically be like a player character.
So we hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you guys Thursday for our first craft video of the month.
And then Sunday, when we do the thing that we usually do on Sundays, which is paint something.
We're going to paint
A dragon.
Are we going to go with the one
Yeah.
you suggested?
Yes.
Okay, so if you followed our
And
videos, you might
then
have
the
a
next
good idea.
Tuesday, we're going to talk about the stuff we got in a package.
Oh, yeah.
And then Thursday after that, we're going to do another craft. And then Sunday after that, we're going to do another painting video, because that's how our schedule works.
So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for sticking along. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and share this to all your friends who are sci-fi gamers, because they will definitely get a huge benefit from this product. We'll see you. Have a nice evening.
On Thursday, which is the next day we make a video.
Say goodnight, Sport.
Good night.